What's up, guys? This is Nintendo Capri Sun, and this is Kid Icarus, and we're gonna try to do this right. I put in a password that I thought was gonna take me to the last level with all the upgrades, and it turns out it didn't. So I'm gonna try a different one here, and see if this doesn't work. Now, in the meantime, I guess I could tell you what's been... Well, there's not a whole lot going on. I'm just actually recording this on Sunday night, which normally I wouldn't cut it this close with a video, but I've been playing Underwear all day, and by Underwear I mean Undertale, but just how can you resist the temptation to call it Underwear? It's the same thing when that movie came out like a decade ago. It was called Underworld, and I always called it Underwear. I'm just stupid. Oh. Okay, apparently I put that one in wrong. Where did I mess up here? Oh, is there one here? Here, let me try this one. Good lord, man. Oh, jeez. Can't tell if that's an I or a lowercase l. Last time I tried Control F-ing it, it was a capital I, so I'm gonna go with that. Let's see if this... Okay, here we go. Is this one gonna work then? Let's find out. Yeah, I tried one earlier, like in a separate recording, but that one only had... This one only has 3! Oh my god. Try this one. Holy crap. Oh my god, it's Dark Pit. I didn't realize you could get Dark Pit in this... Okay, let me see. And this one has level 2 arrows. None of them have level 5, probably, except for the one. But that said, like, a lot of these say invincibility, and it's like, I don't want invincibility, I just want to finish the game, man! Here I was thinking this video was going to take me 5 minutes to record. I've been sitting here for 10 minutes now. Okay, we got a purple screen. And Dark Pit yet again. This is definitely bug... Really? Really? You got that many points. Got a lot of potions and feathers, that's for sure. Well, this one doesn't even have all the hearts anyway. Hell, on this one, when I pick up the hearts, it doesn't even add them to my total. Good lord, man. I remember this one from my childhood. I remember reading about this one in Nintendo Power. I think I may have actually tried it, too. Like, on the game. Icarus fights Medusa. Angels. Let's give it a go. See what we get. Well, level 5 arrows, but now we're back in level 2-4. This might actually be the best one I've seen yet. Has 999 hearts. Could just play through could just speedrun this. At this point, I'm pretty much thinking this is as close as I'm gonna get. Why are these taking 4 hits to kill? Is this on hard mode or something? Maybe that's what's going on when you play through the second time. You're on hard mode. I guess that would make sense. Look how much damage I'm doing to this boss. It's 11 damage for every hit. Why is that? All the other monsters are taking more damage than they're supposed to. Or taking more hits to kill than they're supposed to, and yet this one... That's weird. I would have thought it would just do 5 damage, straight up. That's what it normally does, right? I mean, not that I'm complaining, we'll get this done faster. Still, though. That's really weird. I wonder if it's just how many times you play through the game it keeps upgrading your arrows further. Okay, power up. So somebody must have used a Game Genie to generate that password. Because, I don't know. Because there's no way you would have that many points and yet not have your life upgraded when the life upgrade is based on your points. So I don't know. Yeah, but as for Undertale, I guess I could talk about that. I finished the game. I think I finished the game this morning. I basically did a what they call a genocide run. Because it's just kind of what came naturally to me at first, I don't know. I mean, I've played a lot of RPGs. So I don't have long range on this. Would you turn to your normal form? There. I don't have long range on this. I was just talking about what a pain in the ass this would be to do without it. Well, guess I get to experience that all over again. But yeah, like the idea of doing a... I mean, I started back over again, and now I'm doing the so-called pacifist run, I guess. And it is interesting, I will say that, but at the same time, that is not the kind of thing that you would LP. And I'm worried about how interesting it's going to be to actually play, as far as that goes. Because one of the things that makes RPGs interesting is watching your character grow and get stronger throughout the game, and if you're not actually fighting anything, you're not getting stronger. You're just figuring out a bunch of puzzles and basically... Ooh, you know, I can get one of my upgrades here. Maybe that would help. That is assuming I survive. But yeah, like, I mean... But doing a pacifist run, it's like every single monster that you fight. Just like, I mean, it is interesting how you go about getting out of the fights. But when it all comes down to it, it's just navigating a series of, like, a maze of text boxes. Is what it comes down to. So, while the text boxes are interesting, I can't see any reason why that would make a good LP. When all you're really doing is just spoiling the game. For people who, you know, would actually want to experience it. I mean, that'd be pretty much just like reading a book to them or something. So I was thinking about LPing it, but... You know, I've kind of been thinking twice, because... Because I just don't think it would be that fun to watch, because it'd basically be all reading is all what it would be. So... I don't know. I mean, unless I did a... You know, whatever you want to call it, the genocidal run. Which I did do that, and the, ending is not exactly the happiest thing. So, yeah. Suppose I could always do it blind, so you could see my reactions to it. That would be one way to do it, but I think it's just one of those things I'd really rather just try and experience on my own. I don't feel like jumping over those. That's how lazy I am tonight, folks. Can't even jump over a stationary obstacle. So I don't know what I'm going to do when I'm done recording this. I mean, I'm thinking probably Plants vs. Zombies 2 again for a little bit. But aside from Aria of Sorrow, which I still haven't attempted to read, to like go back to recording that. And Pokemon, which, you know, I'll be doing here and there. I think for the most part, if I can get Pokemon out of the way, that would free up a lot of... This is the main thing, is get Pokemon out of the way first, and then figure out what I'm doing about, you know, Castlevania, and then we go from there. Aria of Sorrow, I mean. It's almost sad how little I care at this point. But really. I don't know, man, I'm just ready for this to be done. And it's crazy, I've only done 7 episodes of this, for crying out loud. But here's the thing, I just realized I only had 684 hearts, and I'm like, okay, I gotta backtrack in the dungeon and grind up for 999 hearts. I started grinding, and I realized I was collecting hearts, and it wasn't adding them to my total. Now, I don't know what's causing that, but okay. So, you know what, at this point, I'm just like, screw it. I don't care about the good ending anymore. Let's just beat the final boss and finish the game and get our straw hat instead. Because that's what actually happens. In the good ending, you turn into, like, a giant. And in the less than good ending, you get a straw hat. And you know what? The straw hat's funnier. So we're just gonna go with that. I seriously don't know why it's not adding hearts to my total. It's not like I'm maxed out here. Unless, once again, there's some Game Genie code that just messed it up. Why is my throat acting up? It doesn't need to be doing that right now. Not when I don't have a backlog of videos ready to go. This means I'll have to record something tomorrow. And if it's doing this today, it's probably going to be doing it tomorrow. Anyway, whatever. Who cares? Yeah. I have to assume that's what it is. It's a game Genie code that's causing it not to add. Ugh. You know, not to add hearts to your total. Or maybe it's like, somehow it gave me over 999 hearts and it thinks that's how many I have. So it stops adding more of them or something. Like it thinks I have 1684 or something like that. Maybe that's what it is. But if that were the case, then I would still get the good ending, so maybe that's what we need to do, I don't know. But since I haven't talked about it, this is what the final stage is right here. It's basically a side-scrolling shooter. Kinda like Gradius. Or Gradius, or however. Except not nearly as complicated. So I got all our upgrades and everything here. It's way too late. So I should have recorded this earlier in the afternoon. So that way I can be like screaming and stuff. Of course, I don't know if you want to hear me screaming right now, jeez. Tell you what, man. That Undertale is quite a bit of a mind blow. Some of the stuff it does towards the end of the game, like, oh boy. I'm glad I didn't get any spoilers on that, because here's the thing with Undertale. I swear I've played that game before. And I don't mean just like a few weeks ago or anything. I'm talking like over a year ago. I remembered the music. I remember the puzzle with the rock at the beginning where you have to tell it to move. And then it moves by itself after you walk away. I remember that. But I don't know how I would have come into... Unless somebody sent me a beta version of the game and I just never bothered to show it off. Because sometimes people do that, they send me beta versions of games like that Poi that I did a couple weeks ago. And, well, even Secrets of Grindia, as far as that goes, is still a game that they're working on that I need to get back to. That's another unfinished one that we'll have to revisit at some point. But, yeah, we're gonna do that eventually. In the meantime, I don't know. I don't have a whole lot of... the stage is longer than I remember. Oh, this is it! Jeez! This is the final boss, y'all. So here's the thing. If you get yourself set up in just the right spot, then all you have to do is just stand here and shoot. And shoot. And shoot. And shoot some more. And shoot. And shoot. Oh, what is the word? I'm trying to think of the words to that song. Now that shoop. You know. If he... I remember the second line, if he loves you so. But I don't remember what comes before that, jeez. Doesn't matter anyway. Oh, if you want to know. Not like I need to be singing on this tape anyway, you don't want to hear that. But there it is. There's your final boss. After all the suspense, the suspenseful fight with Pandora, and the equally intriguing fight with Hydra. Or not Hydra, but Hydra. And then we get this. But I'm not complaining, and there's Palutena, I guess. Thank you, Pit. You suck, but thank you. Oh, I did get the best ending. Well, okay. Gee, now I want to see the straw hat. You know what? I'll put a picture up of the straw hat that you get in the other ending. Because that, to me, is funny. That was the ending that I always saw as a kid. Medusa was destroyed in the light of peace, returned to Angel Land. But in order to maintain peace, Pit's struggle continues. Unfortunately, we didn't get to see the rest of that for another 25 years, but there you go, guys. Kid Icarus for the NES. Bit of a bumpy journey towards the end there, but we got it done. So, holly freaking Luya to that. Whew! Stretching my arms. Ban. You suppose he got banned? That's dumb. Hiptanaka. Hiptanaka is dead. I thought I saw that name in somebody else's credits, because I remember thinking the same thing, thinking Trisha Tanaka is dead. You know, the Lost episode. But when I saw that name, I wasn't seeing it in that font. But then I suppose it's always possible he probably worked on another game and that's where I saw it, but what a coincidence, though. I got that Undertale music stuck in my head. I need to stop talking about Undertale. I just know people are going to be like, please LP that, please LP that. And I don't know, maybe I will, but still... Like, I think what I was actually doing in my playthrough was a neutral run, because I didn't kill everybody. I didn't kill that skeleton guy, I spared him. And I spared at least one other boss, but here's what I'm thinking. What I'm thinking is, what I was expecting was that every boss you spared would come back to help you in the final battle, or something like that. Maybe that's only if you spare them all. Ooh. So anyway, I need to stop talking about that, because this is not the place. So, well, then again, if I'm not going to discuss it here, where am I going to discuss it? I don't know. Breaking NCS, maybe. Maybe that's what I should do then. Anyway, yeah, maybe I'll do that. Okay. So, thanks everybody for putting up with whatever this turns out to be, because I don't even know what it's going to turn out to be at this point, but we'll see. So, yeah. See you guys later.